Hey friend, welcome to Self Transformed, a podcast redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits. I'm your host, Emily Nichols, certified personal trainer, Whole30 coach, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I know the struggle is real when it comes to taking care of you. I too am a busy working mom who felt physically and emotionally drained until I took action on my own transformation journey. I finally found the solutions to feeling confident and living a healthy lifestyle that doesn't feel hard, and now I'm on a mission to equip you with sustainable tools to help transform your life from the inside out, guilt-free. Together, we will simplify your health and fitness into daily habits that don't feel like another thing on your long to-do list, but daily actions that light you up instead. So if you're ready to redefine self-care and step into your own self-transformation, then let's do this. Hey gang, welcome back to Self Transform. Thank you so much for all of the love and excitement you've shown in regards to the rebranding of the podcast. I'm so just elated and feel like a big weight is off my shoulders now that this is out in the world, and we are just going to keep up leveling and redefining self-care together so we feel lit up from the inside out. So hey, over in my free Facebook community, I've been doing a free live debunking self-care workshop. So I'm going to share day one with you today. Day one, we talked about your physical health, those basic foundational self-care needs that you need in order to be able to have that massive self-transformation. These are just basic, simple needs that a lot of times we're neglecting. And when we don't have that foundation, guess what happens? Other things start to crumble in our lives. So take a listen. There's still time to come over and join us in our free Facebook community. There's a link in the show notes. You'll see with each of these workshops, we kicked it off every day with a free 15-minute live workout led by me. It was super fun. No equipment needed. All fitness levels are welcome. You'll be able to have access to those in the group in our guide section. It will live there forever for everyone to come take a look at. And don't forget, the launch party is still happening. So you have until Wednesday the 17th to enter the drawing for you and a friend to receive 4 virtual personal training sessions with me with some bonus mindset and habit coaching. It's over a $400 valued giveaway. I'm so excited to be able to train one of you and one of your besties and get to know you a little bit better and up-leveling your self-care as well for you. Remember, all you got to do is leave a review here in iTunes, take a screenshot of it and share it with me, or come over to the free Facebook community. It's just the Self Transformed community. There's a link in the show notes, like I already mentioned, and invite some friends over there, tag them, and let me know that you invited them, and you'll be having some bonus entries into the giveaway. So remember, you have until Wednesday the 17th. So in the meantime, enjoy day one of debunking self-care. How do you feel after that workout? Give me a little thumbs up if you're joining us later, if you weren't able to catch the live. Make sure, like I said, you stick around to the end. I will announce the new name of the podcast, and there will be a post going up soon after with a picture. It might be going up actually during this live. So we'll see what you guys think and whatnot. So if we haven't had a chance to formally meet yet, hello. My name is Emily Nichols. I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm a Whole30 certified coach, podcast host of blank, 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 formerly the Self Care Isn't Selfish podcast. And I'm a wife and I'm a mom to 2 boys. Like I said, my oldest just turned 13 on Thursday. I'm all in my feelings about it. And my younger boy is 9. So if you see me looking down, I did make some notes today because there was a lot of points I wanted to make sure I didn't miss for you all today. So let me tell you a little bit about why I do what I do and why I'm so passionate about it. So let's go back to the year 2015. Okay. That was 6 years ago. We're in 2021. Had to do a little math there. But I was going through a time where I felt physically and emotionally drained. all the time. I did not feel good about myself. I was not confident. I didn't like the way I looked. I was tired all the time, and I was climbing the corporate ladder at the same time, having kids, trying to give them like these amazing birthday parties and all these experiences when really they didn't care. It was all for the other parents, right? Um, and my husband at the time had been going through a rough time at work. He was, oh, let's turn our watches off. He was going through these different shifts of work. So he'd work nights, then he'd work day, then he'd work second shift. So if you've ever been with someone or you personally have worked those kind of hours, you know the havoc it just wrecks on your sleep. And our house just felt like there was tension all the time because Dustin couldn't sleep. So we didn't want to wake him up during the day, or he was always on edge, and that would make me on edge. And then when I am stressed out, I would turn to either alcohol or sugar, or online shopping for that matter. That's a discussion for even another day. But we were just tired of feeling that way. So we decided to embark on our own health journey together, and we decided to do the Whole30 for the first time together. And we had heard about it through Dustin's brother-in-law. I thought this was ridiculous, super hardcore. I am never going to do something like this. I was the type of person that would print off like an ab challenge, or I found this really cool workout plan. I'm going to start it on Monday. So Monday I would start this new workout plan or diet for that matter. And then by Friday I was like face first into like a gallon of ice cream. Just being honest with you here. Has anyone ever else done that? Like you started something on a Monday and then by Friday you were done. Like you just couldn't commit and get things to stick for you. I think what stuck for me during the Whole30, and if you don't know what it is, there's lots of episodes from the show. All the old episodes will always still be there for all of eternity, so those aren't going away. That explains a little bit more about the Whole30 and our whole journey with it as well. But I think what was the key to my success was I was learning what my triggers were as far as food and stress and anxiety. And I had an accountability partner in my husband to help me get to the end. I mean, I was doing it for me, but I was also doing it for him more so than anything. But at the end, I felt so freaking empowered. Okay. I completed something for 30 days and I had never done something like that for myself ever. I lost weight, which was great, but I developed these new healthy habits that have stuck with me for 6 years now. And I'm living in my own version of food freedom. And so is my husband. He's gone on to be a Boston Marathon qualifier. Our relationship, oh my gosh, our relationship just flourished. We're more patient with our kids. I'm more productive and I don't have that slump every day anymore. It really started with our nutrition, but it was really a snowball effect from there. Okay. So after I started feeling good about the way I was eating, I started moving my body more. After that, I started teaching classes because I wanted to help other people. And now I coach at Orange Theory, which I love so, so much. If you're here in the Indianapolis area, I teach at Orange Theory in Avon. Also from there, I really wanted to start focusing on personal development. And I was looking at who I was even hanging out with as well. Our friends groups changed. We weren't drinking all the time to get drunk to have fun. We were just happy just hanging out with people. We were just filling our minds with podcasts and books. And what I came to realize at the end with that was like, man, I developed my own self-care routine. And it really helped me feel really freaking amazing. So self-care was really the solution to help me get unstuck, to help me live a life feeling lit up. And isn't that what we all deserve? We all deserve to live a life lit up. Okay. Not tired, not overwhelmed, not exhausted, not feeling like we're in the body we were meant to be in, talking negatively about ourselves. We deserve more than that. Okay. I'm going to say that again. You deserve more than that. So, but as I decided to embark on the podcast, the name self-care isn't selfish. It was just in my head because I was like, I don't feel guilty about taking care of myself because I see the benefit of it for my whole family and everyone else around me. But not everyone feels that way about self-care. So leave me an emoji like heart in the comments if you've ever looked at self-care as more like bubble baths, manicures, or you thought, I don't have time for that. Or you thought, if I do try to make time for that, I feel guilty. Yeah? Have you ever felt that way? I know a lot of us have. So how are we going to debunk what true self-care looks like? I mean, even if you were just to look up the hashtag self-care on Instagram, you would see a lot of people doing bubble baths and manicures and the frivolous things I was talking about. But I want to debunk the way we see that. And I want you to see it as actually the really hard things you do every day to take care of yourself. Because it's hard, right? We are so busy taking care of everyone else. We just can't do it. We can't run and pour from an empty cup all the time. It's exhausting. So we're going to debunk self-care, give it more, it's kind of a buzzword and it's got a bad reputation. I want to change that. I want to inspire other women to feel lit up. So over the next 3 days, we're going to be focusing on what your own self-care can look like and really just simplify it, redefine self-care for you, and in the process, achieve your own massive self-transformation. What I've been through in the past 6 years has been my own huge self-transformation. I feel self-transformed from the inside out, and I want that for you too. So think of it this way. Let's simplify self-care here for a minute. We all have basic needs that need to be met, but we aren't meeting just our basic needs, right? How many times have you, gone to eat dinner at the end of the day and you are hangry because you haven't eaten all day, you've been running around and it's crazy. Just these basic acts of self-care are the foundation to help you channel your energy into your kids, into your work, so you're able to show up as your best self for everybody. So when we're thinking about self-care over the next couple of days, you'll hear me using the terms either proactive self-care or reactive self-care, okay? There is a difference between the both, okay? So reactive self-care, those were the frivolous things I was talking about. So let me give you an example. When I was feeling stressed and anxious and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just need a break, I would get online and overspend shopping for crap I don't need while at the same time drinking a glass of wine and eating chocolate chip cookies. You may be like, well, YOLO, it made you feel better. Yeah, but when you keep repeating that over and over and over and over again, you're going to feel like crap. Not only physically, but mentally. The guilt and shame I felt, I don't like feeling that way. Now, do I still drink wine and eat chocolate chip cookies and do online shopping? Absolutely. It's some of my favorite things in the whole wide world, but I don't abuse it now. Okay. So that's reactive self-care. Proactive self-care is what we're going to be talking about over the next 3 days in debunking self-care. So the things you're doing to take care of your body, the things you're doing to take care of your mental health, things you're doing to take care of your emotional health. You are being proactive so you don't have to feel reactive later in regards to your health. We've had a couple of guests on the show, and one of the most amazing quotes I've heard is, how are you going to hear your body scream when you can't even hear it whispering, right? So this is a chance for you to hear your body whisper, your mind whispering to you and tuning into the things you need. So let's get a little sciencey, if we will. I was talking to another girlfriend about this in the self-care coaching world. And we were talking about, let me take you back to like psychology class. I went to IU, I took a psychology class. My husband actually minored in psychology now that I think of it. But this was one of the first things we learned in psychology was Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Okay? Think of it like a little pyramid, like that. I remember learning about this in psych class in college, and it's pretty much a motivational theory in psychology. Like he created this back in 1943, so years and years and years ago. But there's 5 categories of human needs that dictate an individual's behavior. So think about the pyramid. There's 5 levels. We're going to start at the bottom. So there is your physiological, your safety, love and belonging, esteem, and self-actualization. Can I talk today? My heart's still pumping from that workout. So we're going to focus on the physiological, which is the physical We're going to talk about the love, belonging, which is the emotional, and esteem or mental over the next 3 days. So the lower level of that pyramid, so the physiological, the safety, these are more what they call in the psychology world deficiency needs. Okay, they arise due to deprivation. So like I was talking about earlier, you're not eating well. You're not eating at all, or you're just going through and not sleeping really well. After a while, that deprivation feels exhausting. You need food and sleep in order to feel better. So you have unpleasant feelings or consequences because of that. So the higher level of the pyramid, so esteem and self-actualization. Can I talk tonight, you guys? Those higher tiers of the pyramid are growth needs. These needs don't stem from a lack of something, but a desire to grow. And I want you to get to that top of your pyramid and feel like that need to grow. And this is where the self-transformation happens for all of that when you get to the top of that pyramid. But self-care is the foundation for all of that. Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking more so about the physical part of self-care. So talking about the physiological, that is the very bottom of the pyramid. That is your most basic needs. So like air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. Those are your basic needs, but they're not being met. Your basic needs, that foundation of your pyramid, they're not being met. Okay. We're not taking care of ourselves. So I'm going to give 3 areas of those physiological needs that are part of self-care and give you an action item to think of. So feel free to get a pen and paper handy, jot down some notes and ways you can take action, because I just don't want you listening tonight. I want you doing as well. Okay. So thinking about our food, let me sit crisscross here. Thinking about our food, what are you putting in your body? How many times do you forget to eat, or you're just eating off your kid's plate at the end of the day, eating a little chicken nugget here and there? Leave a food emoji if you've ever done that in the comments. I have done that so many times. Or sometimes we restrict food during the day because we think it's going to help us lose weight. I've done it. I've restricted food during the day, but it usually backfires because when your blood sugar gets low from not eating, your patience gets low pretty time. Thus the term hangry, right? So if you're not eating and fulfilling that basic need throughout the day, you're going to lose your patience. You're going to lose your stuff with your kids, your spouse. You're going to go off on your coworker or just be super annoyed at them during that another Zoom meeting, right? So what I won't get into what like true food freedom looks like. That's for like a whole nother discussion. I've had a lot of episodes about that on the podcast, and also with my coaching clients is something that we really dig in deep together, where we lose the guilt and food is no longer good or bad. But in all honesty, when you eat like crap, you feel like crap. There, I said it. When you eat like crap, you feel like crap. So let's do an action item in regards to your food. So it may seem simple. I know it can be challenging. Make some meals for yourself. Prepare a little bit. Eat slowly. Wait to have conversations with people until after you've eaten, right? It'll give you that energy and it'll give you that open mind and lose that hangry feeling where you might go off on somebody. Okay. It's a basic need, but if it feels hard, then, prep your food a couple times during the week. It's something I teach a lot in my Whole30 course, because I am not about spending Sundays meal prepping all day long. I don't have time for that or the patience for that. Or just chopping up some fruit or veggies and freezing them and throwing them into a blender with some almond milk and making like a smoothie just to hold you over. Just feed yourself, and don't feed yourself like crap. Because trust me, I've been there where I haven't eaten enough and then I am just nom, 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 and anything. Usually like my kids, granola bars or other crap like that, where it just makes me feel not so good after that. So that's one of your basic needs we need to be fulfilling. Next, sleep. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Now, if you have a newborn at home, this doesn't apply to you. That first year is hard, mama. I know you are in and out. You're just trying to get whatever amount of sleep you can. I'm praying for you. I get it. I know what that feels like, but you don't have to live in that newborn stage the rest of your life after your baby's no longer a newborn. You need to sleep. Okay. But we don't make sleep a priority, but it's so vital to restoration, not only for your body and your mind. And I saw the mental and physical deficit my husband was in all the time from not sleeping. It was like for 2 years, you guys. It was terrible. The only thing that ended up working for him was going through the Whole30 and acupuncture. Like traditional, we won't get into too much of the path we went down traditional medicine wise to help him sleep. But just going to say, and we've talked about this on the show before, especially with his transformation. It was back in December 2019 is the air date for that show, I believe. We talked about his transformation and what he went through. But sleep is so valuable. Make sure you're getting enough sleep. But you're like, Emily, I know, I just need to go to bed earlier. I know. I get up at 3:45 on Wednesdays and Thursdays to go coach at Orange Theory, and I've been going to bed way too late since I've been getting up that early. And I need to make sleep a priority. But it's the time I spend with my husband after my kids go to bed. So we are communicating with each other. I'm like, hey, babe, we need to get to bed earlier. If you want to stay up or whatever, that's cool. I'm a really good sleeper. Like I can fall asleep like that. I know sometimes it's harder for some people. So using apps like Calm, that's a really great app to help you to fall asleep, or reading, turning off technology, not the, mindless scrolling. But also another thing that can help you sleep is fitness. It's movement, which is the third tier we're going to talk about today. So your action item for your sleep is, like I said, get to bed earlier, communicate with your partner, use some apps, even journaling all of your thoughts out to get all the things out. If you're like me, sometimes I will not go right to sleep because then I start thinking of all the things. But moving on to the third tier that we're talking about tonight, as far as your physical self-care, that bottom foundational basic need is movement. A useful tool to for sure help you get more sleep, because when you've moved your body, you're going to sleep better for sure. So move your body in any way possible daily. Okay, I'm not talking about a hard workout every day. I'm talking about just go walk around outside, do this 15-minute workout. These lives are going to live here, so you can always go back to them and do the workout that I just did with you guys here. It's known to not only help you physically, but also mentally. It's a great way to relieve stress and anxiety. And there's lots of options for you to work out from home. There's, especially this past year, there's been a lot more opportunities for fitness instructors to put things out there. I have a virtual platform that I use. There's free stuff on YouTube. Just look it up, and your action item is to schedule it. Take a look at your schedule for the week. Actually, put it on your Google Calendar, write it down, put it on your calendar. That way you will actually do it. I'm going through the 75 hard challenge right now. I explain more on my show what that's all about. But my second workout outside is usually just a 45-minute walk outside, which has been lovely. But I've had to schedule it. Otherwise, I get busy. I'm emailing, I'm creating this, I'm doing this, I'm recording a podcast. And then I'm like, my kids are home and, they want to go for a walk with me, which is great, but they won't walk as fast as me. And now everyone wants to go, and that's me time. And I don't feel bad about it. So the action is to find a way to move your body daily and actually schedule it. Write it down, put it on your calendar, communicate with your partner while you're doing it, get your kids involved if you want to. Like I said, come back here, use some of these workouts that I'm posting for you over this next few days. You will feel so much better. So those are just 3 physiological needs we need to be thinking about. And it goes into that next tier a little bit. We're not going to get into it over this workshop, is the safety tier. One of the bullets of those is your personal security, your employment resources, but also your health. Okay. Especially the past year after all that we've been through, with everything we've been through. You want to be healthy, right? You need to be taking care of yourself and being proactive instead of reactive in case you were to get sick. So, but that's a discussion for another time. So ask yourself this: are you taking care of your basic needs? Food? Are you drinking enough water? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you moving your body every day? If you said no, no, and no, what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? Okay. Moving your body will definitely help you get there. Feeling good, eating enough food throughout the day, avoiding caffeine later in the day. It all is connected. Okay. It's all connected. So by not being in a deficit at these lowest level of needs, remember, these are those deficiency needs, you can focus on those higher level, those hierarchy ones. That's why it's called the hierarchy of needs. Those ones higher on the pyramid, which we'll go over the next couple of days. So taking small steps every day, just small little tiny steps, will produce a massive transformation moving forward in your life. I know it. I saw it for myself in 2015. And guess what? I'm still growing and changing. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. Changing the name of my show has been very uncomfortable, but it's been needed and I'm leaning into it. That's where the growth happens, because you are living in that higher level on that hierarchy of needs on the pyramid, and you are there for it. You're able to adapt. You're excited about change and growth. You're unstuck. We don't want to feel stuck anymore. Let's get unstuck. So I hope tonight's workshop was super valuable for you. Tomorrow we'll continue with the Debunking Self-Care Workshop by talking about going up another tier. We're going up to the third tier on the pyramid, talking about your emotional health or love or belonging. So that will be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll do a workout again first thing. Like I said, if you can't join me live, you can catch the replay. And then Tuesday morning, 8:30 a.m. again as well, we'll be talking more about esteem, which is the fourth tier in our hierarchy of needs, which is, like I like to say, your mental health. Now, we do have the giveaway still going. So this is a $400 valued giveaway. I'm really excited to see who wins and do this with you. So I'm giving away 4 personal training sessions. Obviously, it'll be virtual for you and a friend, with some mindset and habit coaching with it as well. So when I work with any client, we go through your schedule. We talk a lot about habits. I could geek out on habits all day long. We'll go through a workout together, and we'll really focus on mindset as well. So that's 4 sessions for you and a friend. Remember, all you have to do is invite someone to this Facebook group. Tag them in my original post, or just send me a message, even if you want to, be like, hey, I invited Susie to the Facebook group. And I'm like, cool, I'll enter you in the giveaway. And also to leave a review in iTunes. If you scroll down, there's a post with a video showing how to leave a review in iTunes. It takes 2 seconds. The video is kind of embarrassing because you can see my poor typing skills, and I keep not spelling self-care right. But that giveaway is going until this Wednesday, the 17th. So you have until then to enter. And like I said, we'll be going live the next 2 mornings at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, continuing to debunk self-care and really just redefine the way you see taking care of yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve it. I hope you enjoyed tonight's workout, and tonight's chat will continue the same sequence over the next 2 days. And I guess now it's time to tell you guys all the name of my show. You probably already saw the post. I had a scheduled post go out during this live. So tomorrow there's a new podcast name dropping. I'm so excited. So Self-Care Isn't Selfish is no longer. Now, welcome to Self-Transformed with Emily, with me. Hello. Yay, we put it out there. Got it out there. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So we are going to continue redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits for busy working women, okay? Everything that we just talked about tonight and what we're going to continue talking about today, everything I've talked about on the show since I started it. I'll share more in the podcast episode dropping tomorrow. But the reason why we're doing this Debunking Self-Care Workshop is a big reason why I decided to rename the show. The word self-care in itself is very polarizing. You either think it's proactive or reactive. You think it's bubble baths or doing the hard shit that you do every day to take care of yourself, right? Right. So that's why I changed it. I share a lot more about it tomorrow on the podcast. I so appreciate everyone's love and support. Tell me what you guys think. Do you like the name? Does that make sense? My future guests coming on the show, they all got to find out early as we were recording episodes, and they were all like, oh, I love it. I love it. So, yeah, I'm so excited. Check out the new cover art. Tell me what you guys think. I still, in my heart of hearts, truly wholeheartedly believe that self-care isn't selfish, and we're going to continue redefining self-care together. And I so appreciate you all being on this journey with me. All right, gang, have a good rest of your night. I'm going to go wash my face and get to bed. I'm going to be seeing you bright and early tomorrow morning. Like I said, if you can't catch the live, you can always catch the replay. All right. All right. Have a great evening. Thank you for your support. Go comment on the post. Let me know what you think of the new show, Self Transform. Yay. All right. Love you all. See you tomorrow morning. Hey girl, real quick, before you go, if you love today's show and know your girlfriends need to hear this message too, then grab a screenshot, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at EmilyNichols22, because the more mamas out there hearing this message, the more empowered we'll all feel to take care of ourselves so we can pour from a full cup. Or the number one way you can thank me for this podcast is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas will find the show here too. Love you and appreciate you, girlfriends. See you next time.